Hey guys, so I've been meaning to get on here for quite a while and show you guys what this plugin can do and give you kind of like a live walkthrough and exactly how to configure it once you purchase it, and I'll show you both the premium and the base version here. So I've been needing to do this for a while and I'm sorry I haven't, but hopefully now you guys should be able to see what I'm doing here easily and not have a problem. So right now, I'm going to show you right here. You'll notice the GoViral Share Like pop-up in the Downloads folder. You want to grab that after you've finished downloading it. Your automated email should have automatically sent you an instant download link. You'll receive this. Now, if you try to just take this file and put it into your WordPress to install, it will fail because it's not a zip file. So for some people have that problem. So basically what you need to do is you need to zip that, which all you got to do is just archive it. And I'm just going to change something right here. So right click on it, compress. Then you're going to go into your WordPress once you're logged in here, plugins, add new. You're going to wait for that, press the upload button, choose file, choose that zip file that's on your desktop. Right now we're going to use the 5.5.7 version. It'll probably be updated soon, so who knows what it will be. So now you can activate the plugin. Now what will happen next, once you go to the GoViral Premium link, normally it would say, please enter your activation code, and then you would enter the activation code that was received in your email. For Premium, it's a longer code. For the base version, the code is only a 4-digit code, I believe. It may be 5-digit soon, depending on how many we sell here. But anyways, here is the front. I'm going to show you the premium version first, so you can see everything it does. So here's the general area, and I'll just go through a couple of these settings so you can see, and I'll explain what each thing does. So this right here, disable all share pop-ups. If you press this, all the share pop-ups on every single post will not show. It will only default to the like pop-up. So for some people, if you're wanting to just build your custom Facebook fan pages, you'll be using just the like pop-up. Some people use just the share pop-up. It all depends on what your strategy is. But basically, gives you premium version gives you a lot of this editability that is not in the base version, so you can't disable and enable stuff easily. But it's inherent in the premium version, which works very well for some people. So disable all share pop-ups, you can do that. You can disable all like pop-ups, so the like pop-ups don't work at all. This is kind of like a global type setting. On each post, you'll be able to individually set or force a like pop-up or a share pop-up, even if you do select this, which is the feature inherent to the premium version. You'll notice that when I show you the preview of the single post. You'll be able to show like pop-up even if visitor has not shared content. If you disable this, if someone has not shared the pop-up, the like pop-up will not show up. And we did that because we don't want to annoy people with incessant pop-ups. But if they've already shared the content, there's a greater likelihood that they will like your Facebook fan page. So we've done that to just little things here and there to be able to give you the editability to perfectly tailor each and every pop-up for the visitor's most likely action. You can press this, close pop-up if click outside. If you want your visitors to be able to just click outside the pop-up and have it close, it's kind of less obtrusive. You can click that if you'd like. Also, styles. You're able to change the styles of the pop-ups with this plugin. The font, you can change the share button text. Right now, it's changed to white. Share button background color is like a Facebook blue. Right now, you can use these same codes if you have already purchased the plugin and would like to. Just gives you an idea of what it should look like, a properly working plugin. Share button radius, I usually choose like a 2. You can change this to anything you want. Also font as well for the share button. You can choose different fonts there, pulled from Google Fonts library. Share button font size, pop-up color, pop-up transparency. This is nice. You can change it to different transparencies depending on, you can kind of tweak it around to create some really cool styles. Also your overlay transparency. That's another thing that's kind of nice. The background behind your plugin, you can change the color, change the transparency, depending on how you can just like I said in the beginning, kind of different different features to help you edit it and tailor each pop-up custom to your site and to your audience. Everything works differently. You know, we've had people make one small change and then it makes a world of difference. It just, you know, it all depends on your demographic, and with these settings you're able to really tailor the pop-up so it looks just like your site, looks custom, whatever you want to do. Then here, title, like pop-up title. This right here is just like kind of like a global thing. So what you put in here will show up generically on each pop-up. However, what I'm going to show you on each page, or on each post, I should say, you can actually custom edit these. So you'll have a custom one of these for each page, and you don't have to if you don't want to, but it's just something that actually works incredibly well for some people, and I'll show you why in just a little bit. So like pop-up title, like viral videos, please like us below. This is just generic. You can choose whatever, and also you can do split tests with these as well. So for example, you could do 3 different posts with the same thing, and then you could edit this individually on each post, which I'll show you later. And then you can see, hey, which one's performing better for my advertising, and then you can really maximize your advertising budget if you're throwing, you know, hundreds or even thousands of dollars into Facebook advertising each day, which we've actually done ourselves with the same plugin enabled. So titles, like pop-up title, pop-up close button text, you can change it to anything you want. And then close button alignment, you can also customize that, center, left, right. You should choose center, but it doesn't really matter. Some people like a certain alignment. Disable close button, you can disable that so that there's only a if you disable the close button, you're going to have a little X in the corner that shows up, and I like to just leave that on because some people just inherently understand an X more than close this thing or whatever you want to choose for that text, but you can choose either a text or a close little X, so that's kind of nice. Share pop-up button text. You can, you know, share on Facebook. That's usually what you want. Some people just put share. Some people use their own custom thing. Share pop-up title. So this is, like I said, this is kind of like the generic thing that'll pop up anytime you want. However, you'll be able to customize that on each post, and it automatically records in a database which post is attached to which share button title, which is really cool for a lot of reasons I'll show you. Enable like pop-up cookie. So you'll want to enable this if you want the like pop-up to only show up once for that person and then you can say every certain amount of days. Like if you don't want to piss people off, so you put 20 days. So that means that pop-up will show up to someone, but then in 20 days that pop-up will expire, and then it will show again for them after it's placed again. It'll take another 20 days for that pop-up to show up again after that. Pop-up radius, change that. The border thickness, you can change the border color, so you can do a lot of cool things there. Text above image, your share button text, prompt text, you can change that. You can align the text above the image to center, and then left and right as well. Pop-up position, now this is something that's really kind of cool now that we've just updated in the 5.7 version. You can have the pop-up show at the top left, top center, top right, bottom left, bottom center, bottom right, or just center. So some people want a less obtrusive experience, so you could do like a bottom right, and then you could also go up here and close pop-up if clicked outside. You could check that, and so basically a user would still be able to completely use the site, but this would just be kind of like a little add-on pop. You know, some people want to lock their users more to share the content, so it just depends on your demographic, who you're marketing to, who you're really posting articles to. But depending on how it works, you'll want to experiment with that. There's no really perfect answer on what is best, but you'll just want to kind of experiment, and I would say split testing is best. So you know, test what it does with one setting, you know, record, and then, you know, try something else, and then whatever works best, you use that. So then I'll move on to Facebook integration. Okay, so Facebook integration. Here is not a mandatory thing, but it sometimes works best, especially if you're going to be getting a lot of traffic. Facebook likes to have an application ID put in. You can search on Google on how to create an application ID in Facebook and an app ID. I won't go over that here, but it's actually very simple and easy. All you got to do is just basically find your application ID, enable your app mode to be live, and then place it in here. That's the best way to do that. Then you can put your Facebook page URL. In the Facebook page URL, that is the generic as well. I'm going to be able to show you some custom post specific editing on each post, which is really amazing, and I'll show you that just in a little bit. But the Facebook image path, you can choose a custom little F that goes next to the in the button area, so you can change that image. It's customizable. You just enter that there. Also, the share button override image. So if you want the button to look a certain way, you can actually upload a really, whatever image you want, whatever share button you want. You can go into Photoshop, do whatever you want, and really just hone in on exactly what you want it to look like, and you can upload it there. Also, the Facebook SDK version, you can choose old or new. Some people prefer a certain one. I'm not sure why, but we've had some requests for that, so we gave the user editability on that. So we're going to save changes here, and then we're going to go to each post and show you how that works. So this is just kind of a test site we have. I'm going to go to all posts here. Here, I'll edit this one right here. So this little girl meets a cat for the first time. Watch what happens. Okay, cool. So, we're going to use a short code here. Anytime you want a YouTube video to show up, you're going to want to use a short code, which is going to be GoViral player. So anytime you place this short code in your content, you will basically the YouTube player will show up. So you can put some text here, and we can put something below. Now, right down here, you'll enter your YouTube share URL, and the way you find that is, I will show you with this right here. So you'll open up the video. This is amazing artists on the streets of Rome. So let's just say we go here and we copy this share URL. So it's right on YouTube, the little share thing. It's kind of like a shortened URL. This one works best. Bring it over here, and you can paste it right there. Usually it works with the URL too, but I just use that because it's easiest to grab that way. So you'll have that. Disable video pop-up. You can disable the video pop-up if you want, if you're going to use a post pop-up. So basically, there's two different types of pop-ups. One is a pop-up that pops up after the YouTube video is finished playing, or after a certain percent of the YouTube has finished playing, and I'll show you that editing of the editability on that end in a little bit later. Basically, you enter your YouTube URL there. Pretty simple. If you just want to use the video, you won't want to disable this because then your YouTube video won't turn off, but you can on each post or individual post if you feel like it would work better one way rather than another way, you can do that. So it just gives you more editability. You can force this. So for example, if you had selected only show the like pop-up if the user has shared the content, if you had made sure that the checkbox was correct on that in the global admin settings, you could go on a specific post, and let's say you wanted to force it on one post. Let's say you're going to advertise to a certain audience, but you wanted to make sure the like pop-up always shows. You would click that. So we'll just click that just for the heck of it, and we'll show you how that works. So we're going to disable the post pop-up because we don't want the pop-up to show after we scroll to the end of the page. Because if we do that, a user would be annoyed because they're only coming to watch our video in this specific one. Now you can use both if you want, but then you got two pop-ups going on. One after they scroll to the bottom, it kind of annoys them because they can't even play the YouTube video. It's just stupid. So, but it's a great functionality for a post with pictures. So the BuzzFeed like style articles, 18 best pictures of this world or whatnot. You go to the end, you scroll to the end, then it's going to ask you to share. So that's we would enable that, and then we would disable this if we're going with that. But instead, we're going to just disable the post pop-up. We're not going to enable autoplay, but some people like that. You can turn off the YouTube annotations if you want. I'll turn that off. Text above image. Now, here's the cool thing. So this is actually some street art. So I'll just rename that really quick. I'll go here. Now, this is the cool thing. Let's say you have different content on your website. Some street art, some cat videos, some dog videos, some, whatever it is. So you're obviously not going to want people to just like your generic page. I mean, let's just say if you get millions and millions of likes on it, that's a good way to go. But some people will want to make specific pages. You'll see BuzzFeed doing this, like BuzzFeed Food, BuzzFeed Animals. These different specific Facebook pages that are targeted to their exact audience. So the way that you'll want to do that is, and the cool part about this plugin, which is not found in any other plugin that I've ever seen, which is in our premium pop-up alone, is the ability to edit this on each different page. So you'll see here the text above image. You'll also be able to edit that. So this is something that you can change on each individual post, which is incredible because you can actually custom tailor each post to the exact demographic that you'll be putting traffic to. So let's just put it right here, like Facebook page. So let's just say you have a Facebook page that's awesome. Let's just say Jaka is the name. So Jaka street art. So let's just say we have a Facebook page that's all about cool street art, and we have a following that's specifically in that, in that niche. So we're going to change it to that Facebook page because we want people to like the Facebook page that is most interesting to what they actually like. So it's a targeted niche. People aren't going to like it if they don't like street art because they're not going to watch the whole video, which is going to be when they see this pop up. So it's a really cool way to target the people that are going to be most passionate on your page as well, the people that will like your content more later on, which will actually game the Facebook algorithm into showing your content to the other people on your page. So it's a really cool and interesting thing that I think most people overlook, but it definitely creates some very interesting audiences with some very passionate insights that most people won't ever have because they're not getting the people that will watch a whole video, the same people that will click the share button, the same people that will like the like button. These are specifically targeted people that like this specific thing, that are watching the whole video, that are actioning, putting action on the first share button. So these are people that are actually sharing your content, and then they see the like pop up. So those are the best people you can have on your page. It's probably better to have 1,000 people that are very interested in your content than 10,000 people that are maybe vaguely interested. And that's why people, BuzzFeed and these other pages are now using pages that are specific to the niche. So text above image. So you'll be able to custom tailor this. So you could say, here's an example. So here's just an example. So you could say or you could just say something like, now that street art, wasn't that street art amazing? Share with your friends. I just made that up off the top of my head, but let's just say you want to do that. Like pop-up title, please like us for more stuff. Or you could say, please like us for more awesome street art. So you can custom tailor that. If you're sending people to this specific post that like street art, so for example, you advertise on Facebook to people that like street art, they click here, then they share, then they see a like pop-up that says, hey, please like for more street art. They're going to be more likely to, because they just watched content that's directly within their niche, and you're going to get it right on the page that you want. So it's like laser-tuned audience, and that's exactly what you want. So you can have a YouTube start time, a YouTube end time. I'm not going to do that here, but it's easy. You just do the 00:00 whatever seconds you want, and then the end time. YouTube pop-up delay. You can have a pop-up delay time after the video pop-up, after the video has played. So if you want to kind of delay that pop-up a little bit, give them some time to look around. Some people just have requested this feature, so it works well. Pop-up, video pop-up timeout. So if you don't want the pop-up to stay there forever, you can put a certain amount of seconds in. That also helps a lot. And this is just a test site, so we haven't had any action here, but this is all the total sharing effect. So for example, you'll have Facebook, Google, Twitter, all these different stats will start showing as people begin sharing the content. And then a post override image, you can upload an image to override the image here. Now this is a share button meta. I believe we have another plugin enabled here, so I'm not going to go into that. Okay, so I'm going to share this, or I'm going to update this, and then I'm going to show you how it works in action. Okay, so now I'm going to view the post. Okay, so now we're going to show how this pop-up works. You click the play button. A normal person would just watch throughout the whole video, but we're going to skip to it towards the end and let it play. So after you're done, if there's any specified delay, it will elapse, and then you'll see here the custom share button prompt that you chose there. So we chose, now wasn't that street art amazing? Share with your friends. And then a share button that says share on Facebook. Now we could have overridden that button with anything that we chose. Also, we could have overridden this image with anything. Now we had an auto timeout set, so now it's going to the like pop-up. We don't have that page, so it's not going to be able to be liked. But anyways, here's our X button. Now see here, please like us for more awesome street art. So people are going to be more prone to like this because they've just watched this and they've just interacted with a video that's directly within their niche. Now this is at an auto timeout that's set globally, and I'm going to show you how to do that now. But that was inherent before we got here. So I'm going to go to my admin here. I'm going to go back to the plugin settings at GoViral Premium, and I'll show you here post pop-ups or video pop-ups. I'll just go with that first because a lot of people will be using that. So here's our video width, video height. You can custom set that depending on if you want a custom video height and width. The video pop-up delay, that's why you noticed it didn't show up immediately. It showed up after 2 seconds and then the pop-up showed. So you can change it to 0 if you want 0. Video pop-up timeout right now was 20, so after 20 seconds then you noticed that that pop-up just disappeared on me. So that's nice because some people will just get annoyed with the pop-up, or they won't know how to close it or something, and it will automatically close. So that's nice. Now I'm going to go with the post pop-ups. So this is, the features in this one is, for the post pop-ups, we've done a lot of editing to see when is the best time for someone to share. Some people say after they finish reading the content, some people say 50% through the article, it just depends. So what we've decided to do is just to create a, basically you choose when it should show. So the pop-up after XX amount of no scroll movement on page. So what happens is after someone stops scrolling and after a certain amount, so if someone scrolls, let's say 60%, right? So we're going to say after 60% of page scroll and no movement, then the pop-up will show up. Now we have a delay time. I'm not going to put that there. Pop-up padding. If you'd like padding from the top of the browser, sometimes the pop-up, depending on your header and how it's configured, sometimes this is kind of something that you can use to kind of customize how that pop-up appears. The pop-up width, pop-up maximum width, this is all to do with responsiveness. Some people's sites have some custom themes that sometimes may use these settings. However, I will not use these now. Pop-up height, there's just some different things you can mess around with. For now, I think we're going to be fine. Also, disable on all live posts. You can enable and disable all post pop-ups. So if you just want to use video, like let's say your site is only videos, then you can actually disable on all live posts these post-specific pop-ups, and you'll only be using the video pop-ups. That's if you come up, if you put this on a site which is only videos, you'll want to do that, so it makes it a lot easier when setting this up. So we're just going to test this out on a post. I'm going to save changes here, so it should show up after 60% of the post. Now we're going to go and check out a post here. So here's an example of a post. This isn't your normal walk in the park, blah blah blah, viral Nova type story. Let's say you're scrolling down, you're scrolling. Let's just say you keep on scrolling. We're getting close to about 60% of the article, so we should start the delay timer, if there's one set on this post, should start to elapse. And you'll notice I'm not all the way to the bottom, but a certain amount of seconds have elapsed. You'll notice the picture is here, the like this on Facebook, please consider sharing it, the share on Facebook. Notice this is actually different. So we can custom edit this within this post if we wanted. We could say, do you like climbing? Or, now that's scary as crap, please share. I mean, whatever the heck you want. You can put anything here that you believe will help prompt the user specific to the content that you have. And I remember changing this delay to 0, so we're not, or timeout to 0, so we're not going to time out here. So if you want to share this on Facebook, you could press share on Facebook. The pop-up comes here. It doesn't open in a new page. It doesn't do anything else. It always pops this up. Now, if you've clicked that share button, now it's going to go here. Like viral videos, please like us below. Now, this is just an example. I had a generic page in here, but after the person shares it, they're probably going to be more prone to like it. And if they do like it after they've shared it, that's the kind of people you want on your page, as I explained earlier. So as you'll see, the like pop-up shows next. Boom, you can like it if you want, or you can just close it out and keep on scrolling to the bottom. If you wanted it at 80% page scroll, you could set that. It just depends. 100% page scroll would be all the way to the bottom. Basically, you can utilize that setting wherever you think your user would be most likely to share it. However, I usually say at the very bottom, you know, if someone is going to scroll at the very bottom, they are going to be most likely prone to share they're going to share if they liked it and they scrolled to the bottom. However, if you only scrolled halfway, there's, you know, it's kind of a sign of not as much interest, so I don't like to annoy people. So, for example, we could change this to 90%, and then I'll save changes on that. And then we're going to go back here and test this out one more time to show you how that works. So instead of 60%, we're going to scroll 90%, and you'll notice the pop-up will show up. And I'll just go a little faster here. So now we're getting closer to the 90% mark. Well, down here there's probably a delay that's happening, and then you'll see it comes up. So you'll see, like this video, please consider sharing it, but I would choose something different because it's not a video. Anyways, you X that out, you'll see a like pop-up. You can also make it to where the like pop-up only shows. That's what I was showing you in the very beginning of the video, how you can disable the share pop-ups globally. That's some people want to really hone in on the likes only, so that's one way to do it, building custom Facebook pages. So that's about it there. Let me go back to settings, make sure I didn't miss anything. If you have any questions, you can let me know on this plugin, but as you'll see, the premium has a lot of editability, not just on the global settings here, but on the post-specific settings. I mean, there's a whole lot to be seen here. I mean, you have a lot more settings than the base version, and a lot of people have found some very big success with this plugin. It sounds kind of crazy when we talk about how many hits people have received, but it really has happened, and we have a lot of clients that go to show that premium has worked for them very well, actually. But I'm going to go here to the plugins. I'm going to deactivate this and then show you what the base version looks like. So I'm just going to go here. Let's see. I'm going to deactivate the 5.7. That's our latest version. Now, another thing that's nice about the premium version is that we offer unlimited updates. So whenever we decide to update this, we'll update you with the newest version, and we add features all the time when someone requests features. Also, if you do buy the premium version too, and you have a cool feature that you think should be added, or something that you think would really help make this pop-up system better, definitely shoot it over to us, and we're going to probably most likely implement it, depending on how much work it takes to implement. But that is definitely something that we want to put in each and every succession of this plugin. So now I'm going to show you the base version. The base is the 5.0 version. Now we update this plugin based on how WordPress updates, so just to make sure that it works, but we don't add any new features to this. So that's the disadvantage of buying base, is we're not going to be adding features from our community's likes and dislikes, but this one stays the same. The features will stay the same. And people use this, and it works great as well. Just not as much editability, but it's still a great pop-up system. So I'm going to show you the GoViral 5.0 base pop-up settings. So these, you'll notice this is a lot less settings, a lot less editability, but it still works great. We have people getting millions of hits with this plugin as well. It just depends on how much editability you really want and how enhanced you want your pop-up system to be. So your share pop-up title, same thing as the premium version. Share button text color, share button background color, and you can change just kind of the generic things. The transparency, background color, pop-up delay, pop-up width, height. You can enable and disable the posts. There's still, it's kind of a lot less than the other one, as you can see there, but it's still everything that you need. Go to all posts. We'll go to the street art one and show you. So here we are on the settings for the GoViral base. Share and like meta pop-up. You'll notice here you enter the same, just like the premium version, enter the YouTube URL, but you'll notice that there's only a disable video pop-up and disable post pop-up. So there's a lot less editability here. Like the other one, you could change the prompt text above the share button specific to each post. You could change the URL of the Facebook page specific to each post, and the Facebook like prompt pop-up specific to each post. So on the base version, you're only going to have less editability on this end. Still everything that you need. I mean, you have your global settings, which are back here. So your GoViral 5.0 base settings, you'll see you still have your, the main global settings, but you won't be able to override those on each post. So that is that's the biggest difference here, and you'll notice just a little bit less features, not quite as robust. However, it's the same thing. Both plugins are both the same weight, as in how lightweight they are. They're both very small in size, so it doesn't take up your memory on your server, and both of them work really well. It just depends on really how many features you really want. And if you have need any help or want to ask us some more questions before purchasing, I advise that if you have any questions, you can just shoot us an email either through our contact us page, or you can shoot us an email at support@riviton.com. Anyways, that should do it for now. I hope this kind of gives you an idea of which one you should choose. Each one is very good. We've had great reviews on both. It doesn't really matter. What really matters is how much editability you want, especially for people that are wanting to target Facebook fan pages and just have a greater chance of things going viral because you're able to actually edit the share prompt text on each post. Then I would go with premium, but base is a great start. If you want to upgrade, we have upgrade plans available, so if later on you decide you want to upgrade, there's a lot of people that do that as well. So anyways, appreciate watching this video, and I hope it wasn't too long, but hopefully it gives you an idea of exactly what this can do, and yeah, hopefully you'll find it to be useful as well.